Hello, folks. The Old Fisherman back with you. Hey, went to Lake Murray today. We caught a few fish. Not a lot, but we caught about 40. But we got a few on camera, not all of them. But go with us as we catch our fish today. We had to change around and keep struggling to catch a few here and a few there. The fish are getting tough to catch now. They're getting scattered out and they're running from top to the bottom, not all on the bottom where they're easy to catch. They suspended, and we having to pull all our tricks out of the bag to catch these fish. I want to show you some waffle weave material that Miss Deborah's making fish towels with. Hey, you got to love waffle weave material. And buy your fish towel and go to the store, stevecumlin.com, and check out what Miss Deborah's got at the store. And thanks to all of my reorder orders out there. People are ordering several times. Appreciate your business. And go to stevecumlin.com and check out everything she's got. And you'll love it. Thumbs up, subscribe, and let's go fishing. And I hope you enjoy the show. Thank you. Good morning, folks. The Old Fisherman back with you. Lake Murray. Hey, we're trying to catch some doggone stripers and perch this morning. We out here in the fog on a Tuesday morning ahead of a bad storm coming. And you know that's a good time. I worked my way back in the fog and got back here where I want it to be, and I've got some fish on them. I got some gulls diving. We're gonna see if we can catch some of them. We're gonna see if we can catch some of these suckers. They here, 25 foot of water and a little hole right in here. And there's a bunch of them in here if we can catch them. We're gonna work around here in the fog. Got a few gulls diving. Just got a jumbo madam, caught a couple. Thought I'd turn on the camera for you. Lake Murray, and we're slow trolling. Can't go fast because the water's kind of dingy. But it's a hole in here, and there's a bunch of fish in here if we can get them a bite. They ain't really eating it up, but they're here. I see them. Bunches of them, suspended. We're trying to work in here and catch them. I think most of them are little stripers, what I'm thinking. Check my jig. Oh, we got trash on it. That's why we didn't catch them. Never saw if you get some trash on that jig, they won't hit it. Using a spoon and 2 jigs. Using a Bass Assassin jig in the middle today. Green in color. All right, let's see if we can catch one. Right before I turn on the camera, I caught a couple. I don't mean that. They out here, just a matter of making them bite. Got gulls circling, I know they're here. I see them on the fish finder, I know they're here. Only problem is I ain't got a little deeper water than where I was when I was catching. I think I'm in a hole in here. I need to be out there on that ridge. I'm gonna troll back up the ridge, out there where the gulls is diving. What we're gonna do. Can't believe I hadn't had a bite that length of time. We'll get one in a minute. It's a matter of getting the right spot. I troll fast back up here where the gulls are diving. Can't hardly see 100 yards. So we're lost in the fog on Lake Murray. And I cannot believe I ain't got a bite. Might be going too fast. Might be going too fast. Let's slow it down. There he is. There he is. There he is. There he is. Finally got one. Nice one too, probably a striper. Could be a big perch, so you don't know. Doggone striper. Caught him on the blue. What? Blue. All right, throw it back out. That might be what most of them are, stripers. Could very well be. We're 19 foot of water now. There's a little hole right out there. We're right on the edge of the hole. There's another bite. Another bite. Yeah, that's a nice perch. Got him on this bass assassin jig. Come back down. Glad y'all can be with the Old Fisherman on another episode. We got to try to zero in on these fish. They scattered, so it's hard to zero in on them. They just out here everywhere. It's a matter of getting down there and catching them, circling this boat and pulling the boat, pulling these jigs to catch these fish. There's some pretty good perch in here. I'm thinking that ain't too bad. Pull my doggone jig. That ain't good. Using a Big Daddy jig and a Bass Assassin jig today. Hadn't tried the Bass Assassin lately. Drop it down there and see if we can get a nut. Lake Murray, loving life again. Nobody out here this morning. Ought to be an excellent time to really catch them. This fog lift a little bit, I can see the gulls. Them gulls will tell you where the fish are. Ain't no question about that. You watch them gulls, you find the fish. They're so scattered though, they're not grouped up. It's a matter of pulling them and slow and catching these fish. You see what I'm doing. I'm kind of circling the boat and we catching them. Every so often we catch a nice one. That does a nice one. Oh, it's a doggone striper. There's a bunch of stripers in here. There's a bunch of stripers in here, pound stripers. I think that's what most of them are. Pound stripers. We got dingy water. You see about a foot deep. That's about all you can see. About a foot deep. Probably ought to be using something orange. I'm about run out of orange. They're bumping it. Oh. They're bumping it. They ain't catching them. Little ones, I guess. Right there's a good little school of 21 foot of water. Hey, there was a bite. They out there. We ought to be able to catch them. They ain't really eating it up. I don't know what it is. They're bumping it ever so often. I'm just missing. I'm just missing. I ain't too sure I got right what they want on. Might have put that 2-rig out there. There's plenty of fish down there. I ought to be killing them. They ain't really eating it up. They bumping at it, but they ain't wanting it. They run up to it bumping it. They bumping it. They ain't taking it. We might have to change around what we're using. Might have put that daggone dart spoon back on there. Ain't taking it. Ought to be killing. There again. You got to keep changing around till you figure out what in the world they want. That is little. There might be a lot of little ones too, like that right there. Might be a lot of little ones. You got that jig pulled down. Let's put another color jig on. Let's try something different. Let's try this Bass Assassin at the top, see if that'll help. You know me, I'll change around colors. Now this is a little blue and green. They ought to hit this color. But if they want this jig, got to get what they won't take it. All right, we might have to go with, just keep searching, keep changing until we get what the combination they want. There's fish in here. You can see the gull just circling in the fog. There's fish in here. Bunches of them. Right now we're in 24 foot of water. We'll figure out something in a minute. Hopefully. Might not be trolling fast enough. I don't know. That one popped it. There's one popped it. Let's see what he's on. He ain't that big. He popped it on the spoon, catching the little ones on the spoon. He ain't hitting that bass assassin like I want him to. It's got a cute little wiggle to it. It's got a little paddle tail on it. And usually this time of year I can catch them on that thing. By itself, a casting, but I never used it on a 3 rig before. This is the first time I've used it on a 3 rig. But I know they'll hit it casting. It's a matter of getting on the right fish. Actually, it's a matter of presentation and right depth. You have to put it to them like they want it. There he is. There he is. There he is. I tell you, old bass eat that thing up too. That's a pretty nice fish right there. That's probably striper. Perch in the gills. But he's a keeper. Barely a keeper, but he's a keeper. Still ain't hitting that bass assassin jig. These birds is in a little pocket right here. Seems like the fish might be pushed in this pocket. We ain't doing a thing but slow trolling right now at 45 with the line. Kind of just working. Fast trolling. We ain't doing a lot of catching though. We doing a lot of fishing but not much catching. I'm convinced the water's a little dingy for fast trolling though. Really got to go slow. I might be going too fast. I might just be going too fast. There's another one. There's nothing. They're hitting at it. Might have to go with another rod. I got a cotton cordell spoon on my other little rod with a jig above it. That might be the way we have to go. 2 rig. There you go. There you go. There you go. We'll figure them out sooner or later. Hey, we're catching a few. Little striper. Oh, striper. That's what's in here. Mostly striper and then mostly little striper at that. Babies. Babies. I'm thinking I need to put my berry spoon, a little black berry spoon I had on the other day when I caught that nice bass. It's a little smaller jig. Tell you what, they ain't tearing it up. And this fish out here too crazy, they're everywhere. So much shad out here for them to eat. They ever so often want to hit it. I'd like to get on some nice perch. What I'd like to do.
Maybe we ain't going fast enough. I don't know. Maybe they're more suspended. We fishing under them. What I'm wondering, I ought to be catching 25 foot at a deep hole right here. I ain't really wanting to be in a deep hole. I want to be up on the edge where they're pushing them shad to the edge of the bank, out the deep hole, feeding on them. Where we want to be. You see that many gulls circling, you know you on fish. I might ought to pick up the single rig and just cast. I catch a bigger fish up high. They ain't eating this up. This is not what I need to be doing. I can see that. I ought to be catching a lot more fish. Let's try the double rig with a cotton cordell. See if they hit that gold spoon better. Let's try it. Got change. This ain't working real good. Let's try the cotton cordell because I got a bass assassin jig on this one too, but a different color. See if this will work better. You can only see a foot deep. That's my problem. If it'd be clear water, I'd be tearing them up. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to move it real slow. 21 foot right here, it's fish everywhere. See if we can catch one on this little small rig. They might not hit nothing. I've seen them like this in Lake Murray especially. There you go. Uh-oh, missed him. Missed him. There you go. See what he's on. Let's see what he's on. That's pretty nice. Probably a striper. Yep. He's on the gold cotton cordell spoon. Most of these fish in here are little stripers. What they are. Ain't no doubt about that. That's what they are. They hit gold. Gold's what I need to be using. I done used up all my darn gold jigs. There you is. There you is. There you is. What I'm talking about. And Perch is out here with these daggone stripers. That's a nice one too. Berry spoon. Hey, berry spoon. They like that blackberry spoon. I'm going to buy me another one of them. I got two bass assassin jigs on. They're not hitting the jigs, they're hitting the spoon. But we got a few perch at 20 foot of water. It drops right off the edge and 30 foot right out there. So we're right on the edge. When they pushing them shad in, they pushing them up on the side of a bank, basically. And that's where their point of attack is. And we're gonna try to catch a couple of them. Birds absolutely quit diving. I don't know what's going on. We got a front coming. Wind's gonna pick up here in a minute. Fish ought to eat it up this afternoon. I can't stay late though, but they ought to eat it up here in a minute. There was a bite right there. This perch out here, they scattered. They scattered. Might have take our double rig and try to catch these perch. Can't get a bunch of them together. They scattered all over the bottom. Somewhere out here though we can catch some, I'm sure. Get on the right little drop. There he is. There he is. You got to kind of pull it to catch him. Got him on the bass assassin jig. Up back down. Got to work it slow till you catch them. Kind of pull these jigs. You can tell the clouds are starting to roll in here. It's supposed to be heavy thunderstorms and high winds, up to 20-mile-an-hour winds after a while. And rain coming in. Prime time ahead of this rain, the fish ought to bite. Get the right spot. You got to get the right spot to catch them though. And you need some bird help to help you find them. They just scattered. Hey, just scattered. Oh, let's do it. Little striper. Little striper. I caught a ton of them this morning. Slow. Can't seem to get them to double. That was bad. I mean, they just see a few around ever so often. They ain't a group of them. You gotta work for them. That's what happens when the water starts flowing. You don't catch them like you do cold. Right there's one. That's a right nice. That's a perch. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good perch. 3/4 pound. Ain't no super dog. Hey, 3/4 pound. Drop back down. See if we get them done. Catching them long. Hey, steady doing it. Not fast, but steady doing it. One at a time. Doggone, it's starting to drizzle rain. Ain't hardly no cloud up in the rain. I hate to see it when it gets cloudy. My goodness. Must be a lot of moisture in the air. Just a tiny little cloud starting to miss rain. That camera's probably going to start picking up wind. I'm going to have to put my shield on it. Y'all can hear the wind blowing, I'm sure. Fish ought to turn on. I'm telling you, they ought to turn on. No question. You get the right spot, we'll be able to catch them in the next hour or so. Hopefully. Yep, there he was. I missed him. Slow going though. There ain't no fast fishing right here today. That'll bite him. Missed him. Ain't fast at all. Slow. That watercolor's got a lot to do with that. Can't see far. You gotta run it right by his head to catch him. No doubt about that. Then you got to circle him. Did your water slower, you got to move the same. But first you got to get it on the fish. Hey, doggone it. Seems like they wanted it in a more of a slant pulling. Maybe we need to let more line out and pull it. They definitely want it there. Maybe they, doggone, he got off. That was a good one. That joke was stuck it. He stuck it. There he is. There he is. There he is. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Look at that. What a perch. Nice one. I'm back out. Hey, maybe trolling faster is what they want at a 45, more of a 45. Gliding across the bottom and just drop. Might be the way to do it. We'll figure them out. Might take a while, but we'll figure them out. Because I'm going to change till I figure them out. I can promise you that. We're going to keep changing speeds, angles, and colors of jigs till I figure them out. I think we got the color figured out. I think that bass sass jig will get them. I'll catch the stripers too, and that little spoon at the bottom. It's 16 foot and it got to drop back off this drop. It's a little shallow here. We're going to work right on the drop, up and down this drop, pulling this thing. I think to catch these perch, you got to have it within the 5 foot to the bottom. Right now. That ain't always the case. Hey, there was a bite and I missed it. They want it trolled. Seems like. There he is. He nailed it. He nailed it. He nailed it. Perch. Basically got to troll it to catch them. Trolling. Hey folks, Old Fisherman just hooked up on a monster striper, I think. I was trolling and he nailed it. We're gonna try to catch him. He just stripped off a pile of line. I don't know what he is, but he's really pulling. We're gonna work him in. We'll see what we can do with him. I believe he's a keeper, I can tell you that. Definitely a keeper. We had a gulls diving here, and I threw out and was trolling, and one nailed it. I think we got it pretty good. Get him on in here. He nailed it, I'll tell you that. I was just trolling these jigs. He's a good one. He's a good one. What? See if we can get him in. See if we can get him in. Let's see if we can get him in. What? Oh my, he's a good one. Trolling. Come in here, big boy. Got him on a little fairy spoon. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That is definitely a keeper. What? That is definitely a keeper on a fairy spoon. That joker took off too, let me tell you. He creamed it. He creamed it. Hey, hey. Them gulls will tell you where the fish is now. And you never know what size it's going to be. And in this case, it's a good one. I don't know what he weighs. I don't know what he weighs. I'd say about 6 pounds. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. All right. See what he weighs. 5'5" is all he weighs. He's a good one though. Hey, he's a good one. I'll take him like that all day long. 5'5". Look at here. Look at that. 5'5". That's a nice one. We got to do that again. Troll it again across there. Maybe we're catching that one. Who knows? Hey, got to try. Got to try. But I'm too deep. I'm right here at the bank. They're 30-something foot deep. It's a great place to catch some right on his, as it drop, pulls up on his bank. Tell you what, let's throw that jig in there. Maybe we catch a bass or something. Maybe the bass is pushed up on his back. Throw that jig in there. Cast it in there and see. Who knows? Got a loon in here working the edge of this bank. Maybe catch a big fish up here casting. Sometimes them bass on a little bank like this that goes straight up, you can get these doggone, it might be bass pushed in there. You can take this little crankbait, this little swim bait, and work it and catch bass. Sometimes. It might not be a thing with just loons. Pushing them shed up to the bank. Never know. I tell you, it's so doggone dingy, you got to work it slow. There's one. There's one. That's what I'm talking about. Cast it. Cast it. Another striper. Gotta work it slow. Cast it. He nailed it. Swim bait. Bass Assassin swim bait. That's what it takes sometimes. You gotta change around. Fish are pushing up on this little hill here. And we work it slow. You got us a bite. Huh? Got us a bite. Cast it. That's what it takes sometimes. You gotta work it slow. I don't know if he's a keeper or not, but he's a nice one. You got to love catching them. Oh yeah, he might be a keeper. I'll throw him in the live well and we'll weigh him in a minute. I want to cast some more. There you go. What I'm talking about? Cast that sucker up there and catch him. Bass Assassin swim bait. I'll measure him in a minute. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. I'll show you. I'll show you what we caught him on. Look at here. Huh? Look at that. Look what I caught him on. A Bass Assassin swim bait. Green and blue with an 1/8 ounce head. Look at that. See that? That's what I caught him on. Let's try another.